Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 90's Night on Bold Wolf Gaming, where I take you back to some of my childhood favorite video games from the early 90's on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Definitely one of my favorite streams. I don't think there's any denying it at this point. I really enjoy these little trips into the past, and I really hope that this catches on because I think a lot of people enjoy this. Um, So, before we get started, tomorrow night, as a reminder, Fantasy Night, which is now Fantasy and Sci-Fi Night, will be put on hold, and instead, at 12:30 a.m. tomorrow, I will be doing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the remastered version. I've played it a little bit, and there's definitely some changes from the original, but it's a very, very enjoyable game so far, and I'm going to enjoy playing that for you on stream. And then next week will be the first sci-fi entry with Farpoint, which was a free game on PlayStation Network, or PlayStation Plus, sorry, last month. Excited, looking forward to playing that. This Friday, if you're into Dungeons & Dragons, be sure to stop by at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have an exciting session in our ongoing campaign, Winds of Arania. The regulators are face-to-face with the head of the cartel, surrounded by enemies. One disguised, one playing prisoner, and one invisible. They are outnumbered, and at the moment things are going smoothly, but there's a very strong potential for things going pear-shaped real fast. So be sure to check that out, 7 p.m. this Friday. We are still not ready for our giveaway, but we will let you know when we have those dice made. And then, of course, this Saturday, as usual, the Bi-Zero Squad double feature. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, we will be playing The Division, and then 9:30 p.m. we will be switching over to Call of Duty Cold War. May have a few other guest players with us as well, but definitely myself, Rhino Gaming 83, and Eric the Entertainment Guy. And it's always a lot of fun. Like you said, we're idiots. We end up in a lot of funny situations. It's always a blast, and you also get to hear us talk about other things in entertainment, like the TV shows we're into, and movies, and other pop culture stuff. So we get a little distracted sometimes, but it's fun listening. And of course, we are planning on turning that element into a podcast on Eric the Entertainment Guy's programming. He's starting up a podcast and wants to have us on as guest hosts, and so there'll be even more of that without the distraction of video games. So whenever he finalizes the plans for that, I will be sure to pass it on over here as well. Lastly, as usual, be sure to check out our partners, Swift Lifestyles. This Swift Reaction Energy drink mix, which is sugar-free, is meant to increase your energy, your focus, and your reaction time. I've been drinking it every time I game since I got the stuff, and I swear by it. And if you want to get a 15% off discount from this stuff, tonight I'm drinking bubblegum. They also have sour blue strip. And they also have some gummies and vitamin pills that they sell as well as some gear. But you can get 15% off of any of that by using our coupon code FEARTHEWOLF. And that'll let you know that I sent you. Like I said, seriously, I swear by this stuff. You can actually watch our Division stream from this past Saturday and kind of watch me go from ready for bed to actually able to focus and get the job done on stream. So if you want a live testimonial. Without further ado, we'll get into tonight's stream. Now, tonight is probably the stream that's going to date me the most. I will be playing the Sega Genesis title Bonkers. Now, while I don't know if I have any younger viewers who watch this show, Gen Z and later, while some of these older video games have hung on through the generations that came after me. This one in particular was based off of a television show, a Disney cartoon from the early 90s that I really enjoyed, although ironically, as I remember enjoying it, I did not remember the show too well until I decided to watch a few episodes today. But it is about it's a common 90s trope with cartoon characters living side by side with normal human beings. Most of them are movie and television stars. One particular, Bonkers Bobcat, loses his showbiz career and becomes a cop, and specifically helps with cartoon-related crimes. With cartoon criminals, and slapstick, classic 90s cartoon. And they made a video game out of it, which, again, I played quite a bit. I don't remember if I was good at it or bad at it. And if you watched my stream from last time when I briefly stopped off to play Claymates, you'll see that I did, spend plenty of time in the 90s playing games that I was no good at, and they kind of wanted to throw my TV out the window. So we'll see. We'll take this journey together and see how it goes. But yeah, if I end up absolutely hating it, probably going to hop over to play some Sonic, which was another one I absolutely loved growing up. Next week, I'm thinking about going back to Outrun 2019 again and seeing if I can actually beat it. I was this close last time, seconds away from hitting the finish line, and beating the game for the first time in my life, but it didn't happen. We'll see if it can this time. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into Bonkers. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Turn off the wave. Yep, this looks familiar. Oh, okay. Couldn't remember if I knew. Well, most Sega Genesis games. And hold on, I just make sure I don't have. Alright, just want to make sure the game's not drowning me out like it was when I was playing Diablo 2. But yeah, most Sega Genesis games, it seems, did not have onboard saves. A lot of them didn't have any way to save at all, but at least this one does have passwords, so wherever I end up, I will end up saving my progress by taking a picture of the password. Now, this was a Disney cartoon show, and there were a lot of cameo appearances. The episode I watched today had the Mad Hatter and the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. So that was always a lot of fun. Disney knows how to bring in the bucks. Yep, this is all starting to look very familiar. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting an echo here. It might just be the way the game's built. Yeah, I remember this, and this is another feature I kind of missed from... Well, I guess it kind of does still exist to an extent. But some of the best games of this era were the ones that would give you... It wasn't all one style of play. Different parts of the game required completely different... tasks to be completed. Yeah, like for example, with this one, there is the driving segment, and there's also some 2D scroller stuff. Well, yeah, I remember this. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It was a blast. There she is. Ah, balls. Where'd she go? There she is. Oh yes, multiple rounds. About to say, it can't be that easy. Disneyland. Oop. That's the button I'm looking for. Ooh. Wrong button, dummy. There we go. Absolutely no idea how many rounds this is supposed to have. It's weird, I feel like the bubblegum isn't working. Ah, there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Balls. It is so hard to get used to steering a car with a D-pad again. Been spoiled by modern video games, joysticks and all that good stuff. Not sure how she got behind me. Hey. Crap. Got it. Had to write that shit down on paper before. God, that's not what I wanted. Balls. Balls. Okay, so apparently firing directly at the back does not work very well. Yeah. Ended up off the road myself. I didn't know what was going to happen there. Not language I would have used when I was losing at this as a kid, but... There she is. I have absolutely no idea how many rounds there are. Now that I'm thinking back, I think this may have been the kicker. He never really finished beating any of these guys, just got further and further. Because I just have you keep doing it over and over again with more and more challenges. Which is absolutely on brand for Disney in the 90s. For any of you who know about the travesty that is the Lion King game on Super Nintendo. Intentionally designed to be unbeatable. Because Disney wanted you to just keep renting video games over and over again. Trying to get a little further than you did before. Oops, goddamn. Oops. Fuck. And to correct my earlier statement, ooh. Yeah, now I do remember. This one wasn't as bad as Claymates for me, but this is one that did gradually get more and more frustrating for me. Because, again, probably virtually impossible to actually reach the end, whatever the end means. It just, they keep throwing more and more rounds at you, and it gets harder and harder until it becomes virtually impossible. Bonus level, okay. Oh, don't go. Sorry, no bonus. Said at least this one has a password. The Lion King game does not. Just keep going forward until you inevitably get wiped out in probably the second stage. Then you start over. At least you could progress decently in this one too. It didn't get quite as frustrating as Claymates or The Lion King. I've literally, in The Lion King, never seen what the third stage looks like. You can't make it past 2. And I did not learn until I was an adult that that was on purpose. God, get off me! Of course, just bounces. Fine. Game over. There you go. Here's your crossover: Cinderella's slipper, Mickey's hat from Fantasia, and Aladdin's lamp. Duck, down it, down it, down it. I hope I can remember these controls. Oh yeah. Remember, this level always made me so hungry. This one's particularly cathartic. That was a weird pause. There's the 2D scroller. Ooh. I don't give a shit. I don't think this is going to be one of those games you're going to see me play on multiple sessions to try to beat. This is just kind of a fun little fucking around game. Yeah, once they start putting statues on the pedestals further back, you gotta be careful not to hit them. They'll get ticked off. Unless, of course, you destroy them. But if you don't, I believe there's consequences. Anyone has Disney Plus, I'm really curious to see if they included this one in their lineup. Bonkers, the show specifically. I'm sure most people at Disney don't even remember they have a video game about it. Hell, for all I know, anybody still working at Disney may not remember the show. Bats. What do the bats do? Ah, yeah. The bats are what starts making this stupid. I really want to remember what the hell the statues do if you piss them off. Don't! Shit. Well, there's a first for the night. I got away with Cinderella's slipper. As a kid, when he's throwing those donuts, I always assumed they were like the super donuts you got for breakfast at school. I don't know if anybody remembers those. Actually, just recently found out you can order them, and just picked up a couple, or ordered a couple cases tonight for my daughter. She's doing the whole digital school thing because of COVID, so thought it'd be great to give her the super donuts, since they supposedly are specially formulated to help, you know, kids learn. There might be something to that. Ooh. Alright, lost 2 items. Fuck. Well, that was bad. Yeah, don't care. Who I haven't seen so far is Fall Apart Rabbit. So this game may have been more heavily based in the latter half of the show. Ah, there it is. Mad Hatter. Ooh, 20 to go. Fuck. Alright, come on, try to take off with it. Fuck. Yeah, one thing that people have always felt is true is that movies based off of video games tend to be horrible, though that may be starting to change. But one thing that was true in the 90s that I think has completely been turned on its head is generally any video game that was based off of a TV show or a movie was going to end up being kind of mediocre at best. Now, obviously, that is not very true these days. But you could almost 100% rely on that in the 90s. Oh, I actually won this part. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever pulled that off before. Oh. Yeah. Still don't care. Rank crossing guard. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. Yep. I remember this. Alright, yep. Yeah, I think for a video game based off of a cartoon show, they did a pretty good job thematically with this one. It felt they weren't just throwing a cartoon character into a typical video game setup, but all of it feels in character for him. And the way he solved crimes uniquely based on the cartoon character he was going after. Yeah, I don't think you'll be seeing me win this one today. Pulled that out by the skin of my teeth. Oh. I really should have been more careful what button I hit during the introduction. Noted. Soda pop bed thing. Oh. I would have to double check though. The funny, I don't think any of the villains in the game are recurring characters in the show or anything like that, because I watched the show pretty religiously. I think this was one of those Saturday morning cartoons when that was the only time you could watch cartoons. And I don't recognize any of them other than, from the game. Man, throwing all kinds of new stuff at me. Oh yeah, I forgot he starts trying to tear it down. Yeah, I doubt I'll be getting to the end of this one. That's what the golden brick does. Clogs up the junk machine. Goodness gracious. Quit it, rat bastard. Yeah. Ah, missed. The toasters. God, it's amazing. Probably been more than 20 years since I played this thing. And when I decided I was going to play this tonight, had very little memory of what the game was like. But as I see everything, it feels like just yesterday that I was playing this fairly regularly. Man, yeah, it's starting to get tough. Very tough. I don't know why I'm so freaking clumsy with those. And, not making excuses for myself, but it does feel like this Sega Genesis controller is a tad bit unresponsive sometimes. And truth be told, I don't think that was much different from the original Sega Genesis controller. Was always kind of inferior, in my opinion, to the Super Nintendo. Overall, I think the system was inferior to the Super Nintendo, but there were still some, I don't know if they were Sega exclusive, but, these Sega brand games like Sonic. Hey, how about that? Now I remember this little cutscene thing here, so I may have actually beat him when I was a kid. I am gonna go ahead and save the ones I beat. I have plenty of time before this thing goes away, because back in the day I would have had to sit here and write it down, which was very hard with these cartoon pictures. Like, what the hell was I don't even remember how I wrote them down. Probably had to write them out by word rather than symbol. Hey, there's Fall Apart Rabbit. Buddy, Fall Apart Rabbit can deactivate the bomb, but he's fallen to pieces again. Pieces are in crates, just find them all and touch the bomb before it blows up. Watch out for the rats. Push chop, C, fall apart. Alright, I don't remember this one being a lot of fun. Fuck, that's... Got him. I thought I had to get over to the bomb first. Fuck. I think I may have just figured out a trick to this that I did not figure out as a kid. There's no reason you can't just attack every box that doesn't have a question mark on it, of course. Fuck. That's the trick. I wish I'd known that as a kid. Don't try to hunt down the jumping boxes, just chop at everything. the hell? Oh, come on. Oh, shit. God bless it. Could have sworn I saw that one jump. Yeah. So I take back my earlier statement. This game is very beatable. Might have been a bit difficult for me as a kid, but I feel like I actually have a shot at this. Because the car one is definitely turning out to be the most challenging out of... Oh, come on. Killing me, Smalls. Get the fuck away from me. This isn't even a challenge. Bonkers. Oh boy. Yeah, the rats definitely complicate shit. Oh, come on, that should have been aimed at him. God bless it. Got him. All right. Of course, this will all be irrelevant if I can beat the tow truck. I would absolutely love it if this was the first game I actually beat on this stream. And one I could actually turn into a playthrough video for anybody who actually cares to revisit this game. If you are watching this now as a playthrough video, hello from the past. You clearly know now at this point that I succeeded. Sorry, spoilers. Five cars to go. One to go. Done. Six cars. Alright, so I think the trick with this one is not to focus too hard on trying to get rid of any specific car, just avoid getting hit yourself. If you do that long enough, most of the cars will cruise on past you. Avoidance is the name of the game, and just focus on that, accumulating that total. Bonkers. think they pulled that right from the intro. The TV show intro, not the one on the game. Thank you. Oof. Balls. Those buses really fuck things up. God damn. 10 to go. Oh. Come on, give me a badge. Love how the oil slicks make them crash even if they don't actually hit anything. Come on. There we go. The gum's finally working the way it's supposed to. Yeah. Alright, 11 cars. Oop. Eight cars to go. The other tip I would give is while slamming cars into the side of the road is effective, it should be your last resort as opposed to hitting them with the gum or the oil slicks. Because trying to slam them into the wall is a good way to get yourself hurt. Fuck, I needed that badge. I don't need no stinking badge. Yeah, actually, yes I do. Need one to go. Oh. Round 6. I'm trying to remember how many there were in the other. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Alright. Kind of embarrassing secret about this particular era for me. I don't think there's any game that I actually, any like full-fledged video game I ever beat in my childhood years. I'm very proud to say a couple years ago, my daughter on Sega Genesis actually beat her first video game. That's what I need. So poorly here. Crystal Ponytail. Crystal's Ponytail? Something like that. It's a horse game. No worries. I can do this. I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Tell you what, though, I think it was a lot. I feel like there were a lot more kid-marketed video games in the 90s than nowadays. But it was also a bit tougher. The mechanics tended to be tougher. Not to mention, of course, you had to be able to read to get through a lot of the games, to understand the instructions, because they couldn't really put much in the way of voices. Of course, my daughter's getting pretty good at reading now, so she should be able to do even more of these. Five cars to go. Come on. We can do this. 4. 2. 1. Come on. Yes. Come here, you greed bitch. Let me guess. Probably one more round. Bonus level. All right. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Six. 5, 4. 3. Yes, come on. Ah. 2. 1. Come on. What the hell's... That's weird. She's got a car protecting her this time. Well, there you have it. Hopefully that bodes well for Outrun 2019. For the first time on 90's night, I have defeated a video game that I was never able to defeat as a kid. Assuming, of course, that more content doesn't unlock when I beat the first few. So there you have it. I beat it. For the first time I beat a game that I was never able to beat as a kid, and this is the first time on 90's night that I beat a game in one session. Well, overall I would rank, now that I've actually been able to defeat it, like I said, translation of it captures the spirit of the character and of the show. And if you haven't seen the show, I definitely encourage you to try to find some old episodes. It was pretty funny. Even as an adult, it holds up pretty well. Animation surprisingly holds up fairly well. A lot of older 90's cartoons are hard to watch, even for me who grew up with them. But the animation was definitely top notch. Of course, it's Disney. And this game is a fun little distraction. I'm still kind of flabbergasted. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and edit this one down as a playthrough video for anybody who wants any tips or wants to see it beat rather than play through it themselves, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break here while I get another game set up for us. Be back in about 10 minutes. Alright, and we are back. Still processing the fact that I beat a game on stream in one sitting, even if it was a gimmicky promotional game. It's still one that I was never able to beat as a kid, so it's kind of exciting. So we'll just finish out this session with one of my other favorites that was played repeatedly. I love returning to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Oops. Sega. It's such a short time to start before it goes into the demos. All right. Funny thing is, as much as I loved the Sonic character, and this game and a couple of the others on Sega Genesis, once it stopped being a 2D scroller, I kind of lost interest. Unlike Mario, where I enjoyed the format. You enjoyed the games no matter what the play style was. I guess Sonic did always keep its essence as a speedrun game. Literally. As it evolved into 3D and all of that, I just didn't care for it as much. And if you can't tell, I kind of suck at this. I had this one in my house most of my childhood. Ironically, Sonic 3, I only briefly had in the house as a rental. And again, for those younger viewers, yeah, you used to be able to go to a video shop. We had a local one called Don's Video, and you could rent Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games. It was the only time I had Sonic 3, but I had this and Sonic & Knuckles, which is one of the coolest cartridges I ever owned, because you could actually, it had a second cartridge slot on the top that allowed you to put Knuckles into any of the previous Sonic games and play as him instead. Which just goes, that's, you know, one of those awesome things about cartridge games in general. They could increase the capabilities of the system itself and also allow you to alter previously released games. Alright, first half of this one's fairly straightforward. Easy to get through. It's the second half that's a bitch. Because you end up in... Yeah, there's no way to avoid end up getting in the water and getting stuck there for a long time. I rarely get through it without having to start over. Of course, quite a bit simpler with Knuckles. Oh, come on. Alright, killing me, Smalls. There we go. I mean, besides the entire drowning factor, this level always irritated me because with the first one you could just get this smooth, fast pace going, uninterrupted, and this one you're always hitting these full stops. Come on, go down. God, this D-pad is crap. I find it kind of ironic that this controller performs so badly, considering it's a Sega brand controller, whereas my Super Nintendo one is off-brand. Seems to be more responsive. Good old Tails. Actually had a cat named after him as a kid. I'm sorry, this echo is driving me nuts. I'm sure I gotta find out where it's coming from. Yeah, that might be it. Alright, let's see if that solved the problem. Oh, did I make a mistake? There's where I'm supposed to go. Oh, okay, yeah, we're in the second stage, so yeah, that makes sense. A little bit of a brain fart there. I thought I was still in the first half. Oh, here we go. Get anxiety as soon as I see that purple water. Fuck. Right off the fucking bat. Yeah, this D-pad sucks. I can't even get to crouch down. See, this area right here would not be a problem for Knuckles, because he can just climb the damn wall. As long as you don't get crushed, you're fine. Ah, so slow. Fuck! No. Alright. Key there is not to panic. Knock yourself further down. Ah. God damn it. I think this is my last attempt. God. Fuck. Made it to the boss and got knocked out. Alright. Yeah, no worries. This is one I'm going to come back to quite a bit. Alright, well, whether you joined me live or are watching the VOD, thank you very much. We'll be back same time next week. for some more Outrun 2019. And who knows, maybe I'll beat that one in the first half too, and we'll find something else on Sega to play for fun for the rest of the night. Then after that, I think I'm going to be going back